Hey, NASDOG. We get the best dope on the markets. We're going to do a more macro look at the markets. It is today is Sunday, May 17th, I think, and it's Sunday. Okay, so coming in, we're looking into next week here. This was crude oil here. Okay, so crude is coming back. I've talked about looking for places to sell crude. Okay, and on panic, and this is Iran this is suffocation. Anyway, here this is in July crude, okay? So June crude is going to be rolling, okay, in a big way this week. Okay, so this will be the next contract just in case we get up early big here. Where did we close here? Par 42 at the time at the time this chart was taken. But so up here, hang on a second. Let me blow this up. Okay, so you saw the longer term chart. If you're looking for some numbers here in July crude, if one was looking, okay, and when was this? This is long term. This is long term. This is 2022. Okay, all right. Let's go to the next chart here. Okay, we're just going to breeze through here. This is July SEP beans over here. Okay, so this is before we took off. Okay, this is just old crop, new crop spread. SEP is the bastard month. Anyway, we're right around this powder blue here. I don't know, kind of crapped out. This is August cattle here. These are by all-time highs here, but just let's look at this. We've had a couple of these breaks here. Okay, and we keep coming back. These are old olive cells here that we're bouncing, Anyway, so here's what we did late in the week here on the 14th and 15th. And, what can I say? Here, you got to break this line right here. This is August cattle. Let's go to the next chart here. Wow, what the hell is that? Wow. Huh. I think what we saw right there is Microsoft or someone stealing all that data. We'll just look here at, okay, this is crude upper left. This is soybean meal here. We're sneaking up here on a couple year highs here. It is an olive. It is also a green here, okay, and it looked like we were going to go through here. I don't know if that trend line is using that. This point of contact here, or if that's the fourth time, on a trend line here. This is bean oil here. This is stocks. Stocks are doing nothing here. This is silver here late in the day. Look at this, down $8.50 here. 75.50, but everybody's gun shy here now. We rallied 17 and broke, what did we go, from 90 to 13. We rallied $17 and broke $13. We broke $13 in 2 days. This is gold here. Okay, we got a little one of these reds. This is one of these 50% of something. Came under here, and but in the meantime, I thought macro, you might have some central bank selling just to pay for crude oil. This is wheat here, down 24 cents here. Goes up. We're pretty volatile, we go up as fast as we come down. Okay, this is corn here. This is a weekly chart. This is Dees. So we went up here. You could almost call this a key reversal here, that you went up and made a new high for the year, and you closed under that low of all of last week, which actually was a reversal down. Okay, this is bearish. This is bearish. Okay, there's a lot of corn out here. Here's beans. We came back here. Here's 2024. Okay. Here's an area up here. This actually was a high somewhere else here. These old powder blues. Actually, see how the gap is mapped out, 1245. That'd be the top of it, okay? So stops over 1251 or something. Just offhand, I'm just saying it right now. Here's the ultra bond. Okay, so this is even like longer than the 30-year bond. Just getting a point across. Here we're back at 25's low, 23's low. Okay, so interest rates are moving up here. Here's the 30-year. I do have an olive line right here, 110.09. This is decent. It's not big. It's not big. It's not going to stop. It's not big. But 110.09 here, you can see we got some downward trend line support underneath there. Oh, here's a place here, just Chicago real estate. Chicago's going to shit. It's sad to see. It's sad to see. Here I got the S&Ps, and then this is kind of over one of my breadth studies, except this breadth is on a daily here. Okay, I don't know what to make of it here. This red moving average here is the shorter one here. Okay, I don't know. You could look at that. It's just one of the, Dees, what is this? Dees April cattle here. Okay, this is for next year. And this is cattle August, another spread here. Okay, so August actually is, I believe these are all-time highs. The August contract is over the OC contract. Okay, that indicates a squeeze. And, we all know now that they're squeezing cattle. I did see something about Argentina imports. There's Dees corn spread here. This will be a little head and shoulders top here. That's for corn farmers. And this is oil share. This is the oil meal spread. Okay, going up. This is long 5 bean oil, short 3 meal. Okay, going up, and it also gives you the oil content in that contract. Okay. And this is where we are here. Here, I just drew a little trend line here because I don't really have, that's a very speculative spread here. This is, what is this? Silver? What is this? This is silver. Okay. From 90 down to 76. So be careful in silver. Be careful in silver here. When it goes down like here, okay, because some of these are some of the levels I had, you got to have a stop underneath here. And, here, see how you come up to this old low, okay, if you're looking maybe for a place to sell it. And then here's how we go down, okay, you get a bounce, and what do? Holy camoly, did this go late again yesterday? I don't know. Okay, here's the same kind of thing. I think we're going to, hang on a second. Here's a picture of soybean meal. Okay, this is what we did Friday here. We had a big buyer, big. And, was that China? I don't know, maybe. Maybe it was somebody here looking to secure some food needs. Because meal, while here, this is, as a matter of fact, we closed under here. As a matter of fact, I think we closed lower on the day here in meal Friday. And why don't you just click those charts here? What did we do? No, we closed up $1.60. Okay, back to this. So meal got up, made 2-year highs here. This is actually probably an old high. These are probably a couple old highs I find instrumental or pivotal. Just kind of light gray. Uh-oh. There. Sorry about the scale. There's silver break. You can pause if you want. This is a gold scalp. Okay, where did I say that halfway was? So we must have... 4,700. Oh, that's because I don't know where gold is. Okay, here, this is from a few days ago, okay, but this went out to clients. Okay, here you have the olive buy to the green scalp sell, okay? This is just a possible, okay? And what I want to say is here, this was on the way back down to, see, there's 90. This is on the 13th in the morning here. We're down $4 right here. Right here, we're down, what? $1 off the low, so we were down $5, okay? So going back here, looking at my charts, if you wanted to learn, a sell stop under here, you got to have it. You got to have it. I'm just saying here, this is what the algos are. These are in a couple different time frames here. Here, you see these 2 bars here. Here you got 3 bars here, okay? Because you know what? And then here, this is the same chart, okay, except in a shorter term. So you're already running the 7s. Okay, 7, 8, 9, right? 7, 9, 11, 12, and 13. All right, I think we're going to call this a wrap here. If you need anything, And as far as going forward here, we're just looking at here's a bigger scheme in silver. Okay. You know, we're kind of failing at old highs. You can't, other people think we're going to 300, So this is where we were. And this is another reason why here, 84.37, this is a neckline buy here. You go through at the green, come back, test it, okay, and then post that pattern, come back down here. But when you're under that, okay, anybody that bought that big, they're coming out. They're coming out, and they're going to come out fast, And so where did we go down to? 76. So we came back down right here, okay, right into this, right into this. So, okay, we're going to call this a wrap. You need anything? ARP at NASDOG.com. Thanks for watching.